Hey guys, and welcome to the Knitter's Guide to Crochet Part 3, where we're going to learn how to double crochet. Now, a double crochet stitch is pretty much worked exactly the same way as a single crochet stitch, except for that it is 2 or 3 times taller than a single crochet stitch. So, if you can imagine that, you're going to be knitting twice into the stitch before binding it off, and this is what makes it taller. So right here I have some rows of single crochet from part 1 and 2 that I was working on. Now, to start up a row of double crochet, you want to chain 2. So yarn over on your hook, chain 1, yarn over on your hook, and chain another. You do this because the stitch is twice as tall. Then we're going to turn our work, just like we did for the single crochet stitch. Now, different from single crocheting where you chain 1 is this chain 2 counts as your first double crochet. So see this first stitch that we would normally go into? We're going to skip that because this chain 2 is going to count as that stitch. So for a double crochet, we're going to yarn over on our hook. Then we're going to insert the hook into that stitch and pull up a loop. So now we have 3 loops on our hook. Then we're going to yarn over on our hook again and pull through 2 loops. So now we have 2 loops and we have a single crochet stitch right here. So now we're going to bind off, yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops. And that is a double crochet stitch. Let me show you this up close. So right here you can see the holes where we stick our stitches in. And here's the top of it, where you can see the little V where we're going to be sticking our hook. So you're going to yarn over on your hook. This helps make the stitch taller. Insert your hook into the stitch, yarn over on your hook again, and pull that yarn over through the stitch. Now you should have 3 loops on your hook. Then you're going to yarn over on the hook again and pull through the next 2 loops. So pull this yarn over through the first 2 loops closest to it on the hook. You should have 2 loops on your hook left. Now we're going to bind off the stitch. So yarn over on the hook again and pull through the remaining 2 loops. And this is the double crochet stitch. You simply work this all the way across. And the double crochet stitch, I would say it is a more advanced crochet stitch, simply because a lot of people forget that this chain 2 right here counts as your first double crochet. So when you reach the end of the row and you're turning and going back, a lot of people will forget they need to double crochet into the top of this stitch, and they'll start decreasing or even increasing their work. So the single crochet stitch, I think, is a lot easier, even though it's smaller, because you're making each stitch and you go into each stitch on the way back. There's no confusion about skipping a stitch or making sure that you find that stitch. So here's a row of double crochet, and you can see my rows of single crochet down here, and it is a lot taller. But as well as being taller, it's a lot more porous. See how I can stick my finger through it? Whereas it's a lot harder to stick my finger through the single crochet portion. So that's double crochet. I hope this video helps you as you're learning crochet. If you have any questions, feel free to Skype with me or just leave them in the comment box below and I'll get back to you. Bye!